In the bustling, microscopic world within us, a silent drama is about to unfold.
What's up, Science Squad? Today we're diving into the world of microscopic outcasts that were literally snubbed from the biggest party in biology, the Five Kingdom Classification Party. These guys are the ultimate biological rebels.
I mean, seriously, ever feel like you just don't fit into any of the neat little boxes everyone else seems to be in? Well, turns out you're in some pretty interesting company. Because in the world of biology, there's some major players who are just left off the guest list completely.
And they are not shy about it. If a virus could slide into your DMs, that is absolutely what it would say. And you know what? That line gets right to the heart of what makes these things so weird, so successful, and so, well, complex. Okay, let's get into it.
We're calling them biology's party crashers, because really, that's what they are. They just show up, ignore all the rules, and make us question our very definition of what it even means to be alive. So get this, back in 1969, a biologist named R.H. Whittaker came up with the Five Kingdom system. You know, Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, and Animalia. It was a fantastic way to organize all of life. But it kind of left a few very important and very, very weird things out. So, let's meet them. First up, the one you've all heard of, the notorious virus. Just think of viruses as the ultimate high-maintenance guest. They show up uninvited, take over the whole house, use your stuff to make copies of themselves, and then completely trash the place on their way out. I mean, that is some next-level biological commandeering.
And here's why they do it. A virus is what we call an obligate parasite. That's a fancy way of saying it is completely, 100% dependent on a host to do, well, anything. It can't eat, it can't reproduce on its own. It's a biological hijacker, plain and simple.
Meet the virus. It's a biological machine built for one purpose and one purpose only, to make more of itself.
So here's the real kicker. The reason viruses aren't on the guest list, it's because they aren't made of cells at all. Outside of a host, a virus is basically just a lifeless little crystal. It's stuck in this weird gray area between being alive and not.
And its strategy is brutally effective, as you can see right here. It latches onto some poor, unsuspecting cell, injects its own genetic code, and basically turns that cell into a mindless virus-making factory. Then, boom, the cell bursts, releasing a whole new army of viruses to do it all over again. Savage.
This is a really cool and fundamental difference in their programming. See, every cellular life form, from a tiny bacterium all the way up to us, uses both DNA and RNA. But a virus, it only gets one or the other. It can have DNA or it can have RNA, but never ever both. And their impact? It's huge. These aren't just some obscure biological oddities. They're the culprits behind diseases we all know and, let's be honest, don't love. From the common cold to the flu, their simple hijacking strategy is incredibly good at causing chaos in organisms that are thousands of times more complex.
Alright, so you thought viruses were strange? Oh, just you wait. We're about to meet a couple of entities that make viruses look downright normal.
Meet the Viroid. T.O. Diner discovered these things in 1971, and they are the ultimate minimalists. A viroid is just a single, tiny piece of free-floating RNA. That's it. No protective protein coat like a virus has, just a naked strand of genetic material out there causing problems, like the potato spindle tuber disease. And then there's the prion. This one is truly mind-bending. A prion is just a protein. Not a cell, not a virus, it doesn't even have DNA or RNA. It's just a misfolded protein that acts like a zombie, bumping into other normal proteins and forcing them to misfold in the exact same destructive way.
This chain reaction of misfolding is what leads to some really devastating neurological diseases.
So this table really lays it all out, doesn't it? If you look at the top row, composition, the virus is a nucleoprotein. Okay, the viroid ditches the protein part and is just free RNA. And the prion? Well, just follow that row across, you'll see it gets rid of the genetic material entirely. It's just the protein. It's wild. And the problems they cause are absolutely terrifying. Prions are what's behind mad cow disease and its human version, Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease. They literally create holes in the brain, turning it spongy. Okay, So we've covered the outcasts that are arguably not even alive. Now let's switch gears and look at another party crasher that was left out for the exact opposite reason. It wasn't left out because it's less than one organism, but because it's more. Meet the lichen.
So a lichen isn't a single organism. It's a team. It's a permanent symbiotic partnership between two members from completely different kingdoms, an algae and a fungus. They are so intertwined you'd never guess they were two different things. And the key to their success is this perfect division of labor. The alga part, called the phycobiont, is the chef. It does all the photosynthesis, making food for both of them. And the fungus, or mycobiont, is the landlord. It provides the house, keeps them safe, and absorbs water and minerals. It's the ultimate power couple. This awesome teamwork also makes them incredible environmental indicators. Lichens are super sensitive to air pollution, so if you see a bunch of healthy, lush lichen growing somewhere, you can bet you're breathing some pretty clean air.
So why? Why were all of these fascinating, complex biological entities just left out in the cold? Let's take a look at the official guest list for the Five Kingdoms party and see exactly why they didn't make the cut.
Okay, here it is. The main criteria for Whittaker's 5 kingdoms. Now, just look at that very first column on the left, cell type. You'll notice that the one non-negotiable requirement for getting into any kingdom is that you have to be cellular. You gotta be either prokaryotic or eukaryotic. And there's your answer. It's that simple. Viruses, viroids, and prions got snubbed because they are acellular. They are not made of cells. They couldn't even pay the cover charge. And lichens? They don't fit because they aren't one organism. They're two, working as a single unit. You can't put a team in a spot meant for a single player. So there you have it, biology's biggest rebels. They prove that life, or, something like life, is way messier and more creative than any simple classification system can ever hope to capture. It just goes to show the rules of science are always changing. So here's a final thought for you. If you were a virus, which cell would you choose to infect?
Do like, share, and subscribe to this channel.